Hello, good morning. This is Brian Snyder of Your Body Never Lies and the YBNL College. I am here to answer your questions. This is tips for spiritual expansion. Whatever I can answer, I'd love to. I've had my feet in this for some 30 years, and I've explored just about every avenue of possibility that there is. And I've learned a few things along the way, and if I've learned a lot of shortcuts too. So if you're getting stuck on anything, feel free to ask. If I don't have an answer, I'll definitely let you know. At the YBNL College, I'd like to acknowledge that I have new students. So shout out to Martin. Thanks for joining in. There's also Paula, Maya, Alejandra, and Kira. And who's the other person? I think I have a list. Elena, Maya, there we go. So welcome to the school. I'm glad you made it. I'll see you in there real soon. If you're watching my videos and if you've seen any of my stories about my spiritual teachers, come to this website here. You'll see a form. You can send me a note and let me know that you'd like to get into the college and find out what I'm about. I'll gladly give you free registration and access to the first few classes and access to me to ask questions. The college, I'm looking actually to have like 10,000 students this year. So right now it's pretty empty. I'd love to fill it in with bodies and get some feedback from you and create something really spectacular and special. So what we do there is we learn about intuition. Intuition covers a lot of things. It includes connection, it includes manifestation, it includes healing, it includes being here now. It includes everything that there really is about life. So the question today I have is actually about manifestation. So manifestation, it's the other side of the coin of intuition, because intuition, as I define it, is having perception of what's going to happen before it happens. And, that's one definition anyway, but that can encompass a multitude of layers or facets of life. Manifestation is when the energy goes the other way. So intuition is information's coming to us. Manifestation is when we choose what we would like to have and we put the energy out. And then when it happens, that's the manifestation. So there are multiple layers to how manifestation happens. And it's to get to the higher stages. I'm not going to say it's the final because, hey, I'm still growing. How do I know if I'm at the end? But to get you to the place where I like to take you or where I can take you right now, you really need to get the absolute basics. And the first level of manifestation is affirmations. And that is learning to use your words. That's why in the first semester at the college, the third class, I believe it's the third class, is called Effective Affirmations. And that class is actually more critical than I presented, I believe, as an elective. But the basic concepts in that class get used over and over again throughout the whole college. So if you're at the college already and you're stuck in a piece about manifestation, go back and do that elective again, and we'll see what's up with that. So the first level is really about affirming what we would like to have. So, if you don't have a car, then you get to use affirmations in your voice to declare that you are receiving a car. And by putting out the words, we then pull back and wait and see how the universe responds. That's the most fundamental level of manifestation, and that's really where we get to start. So in that class, you do learn about the response column. And response column comes from, writing down affirmations on paper and then listening to your mind. And so if you write down on paper, I love my dog, I love my dog, I love my dog, eventually your mind might say, well, what about when the dog brings in dirt in the house? Doesn't that make you mad? And so you've got to write down, okay, well, I love my dog, even when the dog brings in dirt in the house. That response column that you're hearing back, that's actually, at least in terms of how the college runs, that's your first step into intuition. learning to listen to your response column is how you are beginning to listen to your intuition. And, I've been in this so long, I don't know how basic to get with people. I'm always afraid of like just over explaining or mansplaining stuff that I don't need to, but it's kind of the nature of video and of teaching basics. That response column is critical to learn how to listen to. And that's one of the bigger points of that class. When you start affirming what you're choosing to manifest, and let's say it's a vase of flowers. So I'm choosing to manifest a vase of flowers. So my affirmation might be, I have a vase of flowers. I have it. Where is it? I have it. We learn to declare our choice before it is manifest. I mean, that's just the nature of, the definition of manifestation, right? Is that you're choosing before it arrives. But when you affirm, you declare it as if it's already true. And what we're looking to do is hear what the response is, because lots of times the response is, oh, well, one just got delivered, but they took it to the wrong house. It's next door. Or the doorbell's ringing, that's somebody delivering flowers, or you just never know how it's going to manifest. It could manifest in your response column might be, oh, well, I've got $10 in my wallet. Why don't I just go to the store? That is also valid manifestation. And you really get to acknowledge that, and the role that your response column or that your inner voice takes, because that's like your partner in this manifestation process. It's important that you acknowledge that and learn to begin respecting it, because ultimately that voice has access to way more information than you could possibly consciously get access to. So let's see if I can arrange this a little better. So the next part of that is learn to visualize, and visualize means seeing what you're choosing to manifest. But the critical piece here, and this is like second semester stuff, the critical piece is recognizing, one, that it's already manifest, which you learned from effective affirmations. Two, when you see your manifestation is already fulfilled, you embody it. So if the manifestation is a vase of flowers, then you see yourself holding the vase of flowers. But you don't, okay, if this is your perspective, your inner eye, we'll call it your inner eye. You don't see your body holding a vase of flowers. That's not your visualization. Your visualization is coming from in here. You need to see from your body, and all you're going to see is your hands and the vase, just as if you normally do. For manifestation, your visualization, you get to be inside your body, experiencing the manifestation as fulfilled and in gratitude from inside the visualization. It doesn't work if you go outside. If you're outside watching it like a movie, then it's like you're watching a movie. It's a fantasy. It's not going to do anything. Where's my eraser? Okay. I guess I got a file there. Just hold on a second. That visualization happens in meditation. We recognize that when you're creating energy, when you're creating a picture of your manifestation fulfilled, that is a high energy, creative energy. We're literally like, well, it's like you're bringing in energy and creating a picture with all the lights in your mind. And you're giving it to the universe. So, part of this is you're communicating, because there's you, and then outside of you, apparently, there's a universe. And you have to get this visualization from inside your head or your heart, however you do it, for now, and outside to the universe. So the energy is going out, and then you have to sit and wait. And your response column, in this case, isn't coming from within yourself. It's actually coming from apparently outside. And that can look like lots of different things. And hopefully it looks like your manifestation appearing. So, that That right there helps create and develop and increase your connection to the universe, because it's just like talking to a friend, except instead of speaking in words to like another body that you can see in front of you, what you're doing is you're sending pictures out to the universe or to creator or just, outside of you in general. That helps create that friendly relationship with the universe, and that can help bring us to the next level, which is one of connection, because this perception, which is, it's not wrong. Like, you need to go through this, but ultimately the perception of the universe being outside yourself is incorrect, because you are part of the universe. There's just one. And this idea of connecting with that thing over there, or that person over there, or that idea over there that feels far away, the idea of connecting itself actually implies distance. And if there's distance, then there's more than one. So the word connection itself, we get to let it go a little bit and re-experience this in wholeness. And that might be more toward the end of the second semester, and really that's the beginning of the third semester. It's what I'm working on right now. So there are layers to manifestation. The good news is that it's a clear and easy path. And the first step, if you skip effective affirmations, then the next step, it just becomes a little more difficult. So go back and learn to use positive words to impact your perceptions of the world. And, on one level, the way that works is, if you don't like going to work, then maybe in the morning you tell yourself, oh man, the boss is going to be there today. It's going to be a shitty day. That's a creative visualization, and that's an affirmation. It will probably be effective. And it's a setup too. You're basically giving yourself a filter through which you see work that day. So the boss might come in a great mood because he just got engaged and is giving out cake to everybody and giving people bonuses. But in the morning, if you told yourself it's going to be a crappy day because he's coming in that day, you won't feel connected to it, and you won't appreciate what he's doing. You'd be cynical, and you'd be like, okay, well, it might be fun today, but next week it's not going to be fun. That sort of setup we do all the time. But you can manifest a good day if, when you wake up in the morning, you tell yourself, oh, the boss is coming in today. Well, maybe today it'll be fun. And then, imagine having a good interaction. Imagine him, saying, hey, have a good day. Then that can be the filter through which you experience your day. And that's actually a manifestation, because at the end of the day, you'll notice that your day went better. You created a positive day by using an affirmation in the morning. Learn to do that, because then when you get that really good, then it's really easy to get to this next step of the visualization. And once visualization becomes easy, then it's even easier to get to the next step, because really at some point it just becomes self-evident that the world manifests for you. And it's a story I love to tell all the time, because my wife and I lost a house to a forest fire in 2015. And then it happened again at a different house in 2017. And, when it happened in 2017, we were at another friend's house trying to figure out, what we should do. And my wife just suddenly said, you know what, I'm going to find this place on Craigslist, which Craigslist is, I don't know, it's like a big online mart for anything. So, she had the feeling to go on Craigslist to find a place to live, and she just happened to get on, and an ad came up saying, free rent for a fire victim. And not only was it free rent, but it was exactly the kind of place that we loved to live in at that time, which was a cabin in the woods. Like, it was absolutely amazing. No, actually, you know what? That was after the first fire. That's right. Oh my gosh. So in 2015, right. And this is actually makes sense. The story makes more sense. So 2015, my wife gets on Craigslist like 3 days after the fire and just suddenly was like, I gotta find a place to live. Boom. And we got free rent, cabin in the woods. And I think that guy gave us free rent for like 3 months. That was pretty cool. And we ended up living there for another couple of years, but then that burned down. So that was the second house that burned down. And again, it was about driving through the fire and it was all kind of crazy. Um, but that one, it was the same thing. Just a couple of days after the fire, my wife's like, we got to manifest a place to live because we were at a friend's house, and which is great fun, but it's only fun, for a few days. And it was the same thing again. She just, like the phone rang. And someone said, "Hey, I heard you lost your house again. You want a place to live?" And it was like, a friend of a friend knew somebody, and we ended up living in this absolutely gorgeous house. And again, it was 3 months rent free. But that is because we knew to make a choice. We're manifesting a house. We're living in a beautiful place and putting that picture out there. The secret to manifestation, no matter what level you're working on, whether it's affirmations or visualizations or connection or whatever, it's always about balance. The universe always seeks balance in every case, in every circumstance. It just does. If there's high pressure over here, wind, and it connects to low pressure over here, that high pressure deflates into the low pressure area. It does. And when you create a high pressure picture or image or words, and you give it to the universe, and then you go into low energy, now the universe is high energy. It has to deflate into you. It wants balance. If I tell the universe I have a brand new car, and I cancel clear, I'm not saying I don't want a brand new car, but if I tell the universe I'm choosing to have a new car, I have a new car now, what's that like? And I start visualizing what it feels like and what it looks like and what color it is and all the details and what it feels like in the leather seats and all this stuff. And pretty soon I'm going to manifest a car. Because you put a lot of energy into something, visualizing it or saying it, and then put it out and let it go, you're creating a vacuum. And it's just the natural law. The universe wants balance. So it says, oh, I have this picture of you having a big car, brand new car, but now I look at you, you don't have a car. So I've got all the energy and you don't have any. So let's balance this out. I'll give you a car. And now the universe is right again. And the universe is right again. It truly is that simple. But to get to that place, you really get to learn to use your words wisely and correctly. Because when we tell ourselves things like, I have to, it feels like a chore and it makes our body sink and our energy goes, and you're not going to manifest anything like that or anything that you'd like to have anyway. Change your words into things like, I get to. Oh, I get to go to work today. Well, the boss is there. That'll be a challenge. That sounds like a lot more fun and a lot more empowering than I have to go to work today. The boss is going to be there. That's going to be a challenge. Words matter tremendously because our ego and our minds, it's all built up with words. So the words we use actually does matter tremendously, at least while ego is still there filtering everything. So see if that answered the question. Great information. Thank you. You're welcome, Martin. And I'm really glad you're at college. I hope we can meet soon, talk on Zoom. I know that you're on another continent, so maybe that's not possible just due to time scheduling, but we can figure it out sometime for sure. I'd love to see where you're at and make sure this is all working great for you. So far, it sounds like it is. So I will be at the college a little bit later today. I might be doing some live streaming. I do have some classes to work on. I might just be doing some writing. So we'll see. If you do have any more questions, you can always chat with me in my faculty office or post your questions in the activity feeds of the classes or come back here next Friday. However, if you have a question about the play shop, which is the fundamental class, it's just all about really being here now and letting go of the crap that keeps us from just loving being alive. Go to my other channel tomorrow, because Saturdays at 10 a.m., that's when I answer questions specifically for that class. And, I've got two channels. One is just for the play shop, because I'd really like that to be available to anybody. This channel, I'm a little more free in how I speak about my teachers and my training and my spirituality and other things, which probably would turn off some people. So I don't want to turn those people off. So I have two channels. I hope that's not schizophrenic. I don't know. So do I. Any more questions? I think I'm going to end this stream if that's it. Thanks for coming today. I'm going to post this. It'll be up very shortly. And if you got benefit from it, come back next Friday, ask more questions. And if you'd like to join the school, come to yourbodyneverlies.org. I do have some free registrations to give out. This is a limited supply, limited time offer. But, whenever it is that you're watching this video, you may as well send me a note and see if I'll let you in for free. Save yourself $50. All right. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you soon. Ciao. All right. Bye.